Yeah. Wait. Oh, okay. Hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Just wanted to make sure that you could hear me. Couldn't see the thing there. All right. Um, Let me grab my slides and we're good to go. Okay. You know I couldn't sleep last night, right? I could not sleep. I was so excited, still excited. When I posted that video this morning, that's about what time I went to sleep. I was just like up and looking at everything, and um it was unbelievable. I tell you, I haven't been this excited since Nigeria. So, you know how it goes. And there we go. Ha! SB's reaction. Yeah. What a beautiful thumbnail. I kind of put that together myself. Kind of looks like Harry got a little bit of a box cut. I don't think I like that. It kind of looks like Kid and Play, I think. I'm going to have to fix that later. I'm not digging that too much. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize my computer has not been plugged in for 2 days. Hold on a second. Hold on. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Well, that might be bad. I don't know where the charger is. Um, okay. Okay. We bit of an issue then, right? Gotta have the charger. How have I been using it, right? Okay. Well, I tell you what. When it goes out, it goes out. That's all. Huh. That is so strange. I don't know what I did with the charger. Okay. No matter. Uh, Son of a. I hope I didn't leave that thing somewhere. Huh. Okay, I tell you, the older I get, well, let me see what percentage do I have. 64%. And I've used it all that time yesterday. It didn't go out. So, but you know what? This has got a pretty good battery. So we should be okay. All right. Oh, 9 hours and 2 minutes until fully charged. Well, okay. All right. Never mind, you guys. It's not a big deal. Yeah, whatever will be, will be. Okay. All right. Let me see. Oh, that was from yesterday. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Don't know how this is working, but oh, you know what? It's plugged into the other computer, and I think There you go. It's charging like that from the other computer. So weird. I didn't know it could do that. Well, that explains it. All right. Well, let's get on with it then. Let me see who was here first. Still, I'd like to know what my charger is. Buck Brennan, thank you so much for being the newest member. Thank you very much for that. And I promise not all starts are like this, just about half of them. Lady Rose, thank you for being first today. I was trying to stay awake, but I don't think I can last another 8 minutes. Oh, she must be gone already. Okay. Let me see here. Hello, April May, Compton Cali gal, Lydia Washington. Okay, and a host of friends and others. All right, Stephanie Baker, praying for you to. Oh, well, thank you so much. You know what? I just realized that I have it plugged into another computer, and I can feel that it's kind of warm on that side. So it's actually charging anyway. You don't need the other charger. This is something new I did not realize, but it's charging anyway, so no problem. I just was wondering how in the world is this thing still got power? Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. All right, let's get on with it, shall we? So, I don't know if you guys have been on the official Sussex.com, which takes you to the Harry and Meghan Archwell website, although I please hope that you will frequent that site because we need to let them know that we really appreciate the official updated information. And so, when you can, make sure you do go over to that site, check it out, go through it. There's no way to leave a comment or anything like that, but we just need to let them know that we are actually taking advantage of it because for a long period of time, they have gone without any updates or anything on that site. I mean, it takes Pedal to talk about them. Pedal's like, well, it looks like they remember they got a website, and it's true. You wonder what happened to them because it takes so long. But lately, they have been on it. So I just found it. All of those pockets in that flipping bag, I just found it. I was digging in my bag and talking at the same time. All of those pockets. All right. So take a look here. Tonight, Prince Harry was presented the prestigious Pat Tillman Award for Service at the 2024 ESPY Awards for his work in creating the Invictus Games, named after the late NFL player and Army Ranger Pat Tillman. The award honors individuals who have made a significant impact through service. Make that a little bigger for my old tired eyes. There we go. Where did I leave off? I said service, leadership, and community involvement. In his speech this evening, the Duke shared, "The truth is, I stand here not as Prince Harry, Pat Tillman Award recipient, but rather a voice on behalf of Invictus Games Foundation and the thousands of veterans and service personnel from over 20 nations who have made the Invictus Games a reality. This award belongs to them, not me." Prince Harry, who served 10 years in the British Army, including 2 combat tours in Afghanistan, has channeled his experiences into a lifetime of advocacy and support for military veterans and their families. In 2014, founded the Invictus Games, an international adaptive sport event for wounded, injured, and sick veterans and service personnel. Today, the Invictus Games Foundation provide a platform for veterans to showcase their resilience and strength through sport and adventurous challenges all year round, while fostering global awareness and admiration for those who have served. Over the past 10 years, Invictus Games have embodied compassion, respect, and a belief in the extraordinary capabilities of the human spirit. As Prince Harry remarked, the beauty of the Invictus game lies in how it brings people together, no matter one's nationality, background, or personal struggle. It is a collective built from courage and mutual respect, where athletes discover time and time again the common denominator of their humanity. Oh, that it was beautiful. I wonder if the same person wrote that speech, like Prince Harry. Um, that speech was amazing. You know, I every day I am more impressed, and I say this all the time. Connie Balmer, hey Connie Balmer, every day I am more impressed with Prince Harry than I was the day before. It is just incredible. He has been able to flourish away from the constraints and all of the confines of royal life. Now he is able to express himself in a way where he doesn't have to worry about clashing and overlapping with somebody else's um, cosplay. He's just doing his thing. So you got to love him for it. I have never been so proud. Anyway, it was a great night. And like I said, I was up all night. I was up all night. I was just exhausted. And I don't think I slept enough. I do not think I slept enough, but it doesn't matter. I was too happy. I was very excited. And so early the morning I was listening to some of the spaces and reading all of this stuff online. So such a good feeling. And of course, these are the photos that accompanied that not article, but I guess update on the Sussex.com, the Archwell website, Archwell Foundation website. Here's another view right here. And also, I should tell you guys that there were some people that were saying that Serena did not rise to her feet. Well, everyone in that row right there, they could not see what was going on behind them, but eventually she did stand up. I could see where she had kind of braced her arm on the armrest and began to rise, but the camera cut away from it. So it's a very quick look, but even if she didn't, that's her prerogative. But I just want you all to know that, to the best of my knowledge, everyone on the front row had risen to their feet. But as I said, with them sitting up front and everything, and already feeling such an intimate connection to everything on stage, they were actually the last out of their seats, except for Meghan. She was the first person in the first row to jump up to her feet and celebrate her husband's accomplishments. Oh yeah, Venus. I'm so sorry. Did I say Serena? Um, you know what? For a long time, and I'm better now, but for a long time, they were the original. I can't remember which sister is which. Um, and you know who I do that to all the time now. Um, and so yeah, I do that from time to time. Um, that's that old. But yeah, so it was Venus. It was Venus that was accused of not rising to her feet, but eventually she did. So, but again, everything happened so quickly. Oh, okay. I didn't see that, but thank you so much. Showed a better full shot. The Rangers are just desperate. Yeah, they are. They are. Yeah, it was the camera kind of cut away so fast that you just couldn't see it, but I saw it. Okay. Now, take a look here. Here's another one of the photos that was selected by Archwell for their update, as well as this one, which I am sure they love this one probably the most. Yeah. And poor Megan, I tell you, it's well, you know what? And I'm going to say this again. Do not cuss me out. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. Poor Megan, because of her height, and when she's off to the side like that, Megan always needs to be in the center of the photo, only because the lens begins to contour off to the side, and it gives her some very weird dimensions. And I mean, there's a way you can correct that if you wanted to, but the taller person in the center of the camera, they have that right angle, but it almost looks like Megan is leaning, but she's not. That is the camera. And that happens from time to time. And so that's why I try to remind you guys about that, because I always hear people say, "Oh, they're always doing this to Megan," and especially if the photo has been cropped, um, and Megan is off to the side, then it always looks very strange like that. But it's because of her height. She's usually not the taller one in the photo. So just keep that in mind. But still, it's a great photo because of what they all mean to each other. So that is the most important thing. And then here you can see the gang. Of course, oh gosh. Mm, Okay, Elizabeth Marks, I think she's on the left. And is it Caesar? Harry and that other lady right there. Ah, you know who they are. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, Joan Garcia says, I love and prefer reading the Sussex's website up to date articles and view their media. Who needs the Brit tabloid lies and assumptions anyway? Here, here. Thank you for reminding us about that. That way you get it directly from them. Nafisa, I haven't seen you here for a while. Peace and blessings to everyone. It has to do with their religion. Most Jehovah Witnesses don't raise for a man, I believe. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. I'm not sure what that's about, but okay. Thank you for that. I mean, I know you all are having a conversation here, and I'm probably missing a whole bunch of stuff. But let's see. But anyway, thanks for being here. Okay, I see that is part of a bigger conversation. All right, let me continue. So, of course, that was it for the um, Archwell site. And then here, of course, that is Marie Tillman Stenton. And that, of course, is Pat Tillman's widow. I do believe she remarried. Also, I don't want to point this out just to, point it out, but I want you to notice that she and a few other women in the audience, they're bearing their shoulders for this somewhat formal event. And all I could say, I mean, now, and it's too bad, but it just shows the impact of the tabloid media, where you become very sensitive to things that otherwise you wouldn't pay much attention to. But, I feel like I need to defend the right to bear shoulders. And I noticed that quite a few of the ladies had their shoulders bare at this event. And it looks absolutely lovely. And I think that, as I said, if I had to admit that there has been some impact from this, I don't know how many years struggle against the tabloid media. That, of course, is one of them. Is that I'm like, oh, see, now her shoulders are bare and nobody's. I must confess, sometimes I find myself defending something that doesn't even need to be mentioned, but such is the impact of the vitriolic nature of the British tabloid media. Um, it does those things to you. So I'm pretty sure that I don't ever want to see like Rupert Murdoch with bare shoulders. I don't even want to see his bare face. Yes, I heard it's been kind, and they are in California, right? I've heard it's been kind of hot. Okay. Okay, I agree with that. All right, let's move on. Hey, cookies and cream, and of course, the mother, the mother. Um, that's Mary, Pat Tillman's mom, and much has been said about her in the past 24 hours. I will just leave it at that. I don't want to add anything else to it. But I am proud of the fact that for the most part, the Sussex squad has been very gracious. We have been giving much grace and much consideration, all things considered, of course. But it just goes to show that most of us are very different from the derangers and, of course, the very hateful British tabloid media, which I declare is, in so many instances, just one and the same. But you all have been very well behaved. I can't say the same for myself. I mean, there is my public persona, and then there's me away from this. There's me away from here, but still, I think I have been very, very thoughtful, and I have been very careful with the words that I have used, all things considered. So Harry said what needed to be said, and he was incredibly generous to someone who found themselves sitting across from the likes of Carolyn Graham, who I think is some type of right wing gatekeeping operative. Um, yeah, and that's that. Oh, Lady Rose, I'm sure you've done your best. I'm sure you have much to be proud of. uh, well, Angelina Stanley. Um, yep. All right, moving on. So right here, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and Sadie Englehardt attend the 2024 ESPY Awards at the Dolby Theater. Um, who is she? Who is Sadie Englehart? I don't know who she is. What is she famous for? What's she famous for? I honestly don't know. I didn't even think about it till just now. Let me see. Sadie, what are you famous for, Sadie? Oh, Olympic trials. Okay. Oh, it says right here her height. So as you can see, they appear to be the same height. Oh, okay. Okay. Sadie is regarded as the number one distance women's prospect for class of 2025 and will be joining fellow 2025 is at North Carolina State. Uh, let me see. Okay, I see her at the ESPY Awards. Okay, nice. So she's a long distance runner. Okay. North Carolina State, I guess. State, that's what it says. Track and field uh, commit Sadie Englehardt. She has racked up several awards and accomplishments throughout her high school career. But Wednesday, high school, how old is she? Because she and Meghan look like they're the same age. Okay, she's not so young, I think. Is she? Anyway, that's who that is. I'm going to move on. And then right here, you can see Meghan smiling at her beloved husband with pride. Now, I don't know if the guy with the beard there, I don't know who that is. I thought it may have been Marcus, but I'm not sure. I don't think I've seen like, oh no, that's um Ohanian. That's Alexi. Is it Alexi Ohanian? That's who that is. From the back, it kind of I thought it was Marcus Anderson, but no. Okay, yeah, that's who that is. Yeah, I have been confused about that because when the camera's at the other angle, I know exactly who it is, but from here, then I kind of lose track. But all right, that's exactly who that is. And then of course, there's Meghan there, and Meghan and her beautiful, I believe it's Carolina Herrera, was featured in Vogue magazine. They did an article about her outfit, but they usually do. Whenever Meghan shows up somewhere, they will write about Meghan for the next couple weeks. And I'm just speaking about Vogue. Every other day, something else will pop up. So, which is very cool. Good for her. She is still considered the fashionista. And right there, everyone loves this photo. And there's another one where they're looking into the camera. And there on the right, you may have missed that yesterday. I didn't see those until very late this morning. But I suppose this is after the presentation and everything. Um, don't know exactly when they made their exit, but as you can see, Harry is very, very happy in spite of what people have. Oh, it's Alexis. Thank you. Not Alexi. Alexis. Thank you very much. Yeah. So good, good, good. And I don't know who those people are. And I've heard other people in other places asking about them. I promise you, I can't figure that out just yet. But good time to be had by all, right? Next. Love this photo. Now, see, it makes a huge difference when Meghan is in the center of the photo, and she is the shortest one in the photo. I don't ever want to see her standing off to the side like that, but sometimes life happens, and I'm sure she doesn't really fuss about it. But she really needs to be in the center. It helps out a whole lot. Let someone else suffer the contour of the camera lens. But everybody looks really, really good. Everybody looks really good. I think it was a good night for an award show because there was nothing so over the top, and yet everybody looked very, very glamorous. And is it I think it's Mahalia. Mahalia? Oh, it cuts off right there. But Noaz, um, you may remember the artist that has done so many of these in response to outings by the Sussexes and appearances from the Sussexes. And here's yet one of her latest ones. So I keep a collection of those just because I love her work. It has a certain uniformity, or style, if you will. And I'm always interested to see what she's going to do next. And I love this one. So very good. All right. So I got this. I got this. Nobody help me. Serena's on the left and Venus is on the right. See, now I'm good. There was a time when I'd be like, but I got it now. The goat is on the left, right? And her very capable sister is on the right. So got it. And they look amazing. They look absolutely amazing. Oh, it's Amelia. Thank you very much. All right. And then there's these three. I love each and every one of these. Now see how the one on the left side there, Megan's not the leaning Duchess of Montecito. She gets to stand more upright or appear more upright compared to the other one, where it seems like it seems like she's about to topple over. See what a difference it makes? Much better. Yeah, I love this. I love all of those. I always love to see Harry with his American family and all of his extended American family away from Narnia. And of course, just a little sisterly chat just happens to be in front of the cameras. I saw more of what Serena was doing on, hosting, and oh my goodness, she was brilliant. She was absolutely brilliant. I have to say, with all honesty, because I don't watch many award shows anymore. I remember when I was younger, I used to watch them all the time, but now not so much. And she was good. I mean, I could see her hosting almost anything. I could see her hosting anything. She was very well rehearsed. She didn't look nervous at all. She looked very comfortable in her own skin. She was able to get through those costume changes one after the other. I have to give her two thumbs up. I'm going to give her a 10 for her ability to handle that show last night. Incredible. See there, it just goes to show sometimes people have talents that you don't even know about. I didn't know she was capable of that. I didn't. I mean, I know she's a very capable person. If I'm correct, I think she speaks what, 5 languages or something like that. Who knew? Who knew? And yet there she was in her element. She looked just as comfortable as just about anybody doing that. So I think I speak for everyone here when I say 10, 10, 10. Okay, are we in agreement? 10? I'm going to go with 10. Um, Abanaba, Lynn Goodman, and what was his name? Yes, across the board, 10s. Okay, Lisette Zog says, hi guys, celebrating 39-year anniversary and living in Austria. By the way, thanks, Baron, for everything you're doing for the Sussex squad. Well, thank you very much, Lisette, and thank you so much for the super chat and being a member of Royal Sussex. And 39 years. Wow. Congratulations. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. And many more years of happiness for you and your beloved. And let me see. Here we go. Aha. Hello, Ivy here. Hello, Ivy. Girl, the Duchess of Sussex won. Meet me at the Royal Sussex party. Nelly's gonna be there. All right, Ivy out. You know what? I have not come down from my high yet. As you know, I. All right. Congratulations and many happy returns of the day. Okay. And there we go. And okay, did we figure out who this is? Did we figure out who that is? I keep asking, and I'm just never sure. So tell me one more time, and I'll listen with both ears this time. Anyway, she got enough hair? Yeah. Okay. Next. And then there's that dress. How in the world did she change that fast? Oh, that was Venus's mother. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I wasn't sure. But the amazing outfit changes, one after the other. Oh, Olivia Johnson says that's Serena's older sister. And thank you for 10 months membership. Okay, so some say mom, some say sister. All right, maybe Serena's mom. Yes, Harry's speech was right on. It was everything that he needed to do. Okay. See there, little pucker. There you go. And her makeup looks amazing. It could be another Williams sister. I didn't know that there was more than two of them. I thought it was just the two of them. Okay, thank you. Promise you I'm not going to do that again. Oh, sorry. Wrong direction. I don't know why I did this other background. I don't know why I did that, but I like it. Because I got those other two, so why did I do another background? Don't know. I must have been experimenting. Yeah, she has trimmed down a lot since the polo, since they were at the polo game. She has trimmed down a lot. Oh, it could be family on the dad's side. Oh, thank you very much. Susie Q, thank you for being here. Dorothy McCaskill, thank you so much for being here. And of course, this is the image of Harry that just breaks my heart right here. Yeah, this is when Serena started talking. You can tell Harry is not comfortable with the kind of attention that he had last night. However, because it is about the entire Invictus family and foundation, of course, he has to accept the award. But if you all recall, he was very uncomfortable with the birthday celebration in Dusseldorf. And I still say that at the end of the closing night, the very end of the closing night in Dusseldorf, if you all recall, the host, she was looking around for him and she was going to call him on the stage, and he just kind of appeared out of nowhere. And she's like, I was just about to call you. And he took the microphone and just kind of said an abrupt good night, because I do believe that the last thing that he wanted was for the attention to be taken away from the games and layered onto him yet again, because the whole point of being in Dusseldorf was for the veterans, the soldiers, veterans, and their families, not Harry's birthday, not Harry's accomplishments, although we know it is Harry's accomplishment. But you can tell that that kind of stuff makes him very uncomfortable. Now, I got to tell you, what was it? I was listening to Pedal, and someone at the tour in Nigeria. I don't know if you all heard this, but on that one where Pedal had Peace on, and Peace was saying that Harry, they were trying to have like this reception for Harry at the Veterans Hospital, and he was like, "Nope, nope, 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 nope. I do not want that. I do not want it." And they had to send some people home because there was like, they had people outside and there, and nothing wrong with that. It was the polite thing to do, and they were trying to show a very warm welcome to Harry, every place that he went. And listen, what I love is that he's like, save it for my wife, not for me. He doesn't want any of that stuff for himself. Always someone else. Oh yeah, during the trailer. Yeah, I'm gonna say it was just a combination of the trailer and, of course, when he was. I mean, you're gonna be introduced, and it's at that part of the night, and you have your speech to do. There's a lot going on in that moment, I'm sure. So, um, all of that together kind of is very touching that he is able to give of himself like that, and that he doesn't try to hide things from people. So very, very touching. And of course, the accepting the trophy itself, and very cool the way he asked him to stay on stage. Yeah, I hope you all watched the what do you call it? The oh gosh, what do you call it? The collage? No, not the collage. The well, anyway, the video that they were watching is on the community tab. So if you haven't seen it and you like to see it, you can just go over there and click the link. It will show up on the YouTube, and it is available for you whenever you choose to watch it. KDV, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for being here, which I think reminds me, did I get something from someone earlier? Did I? Let me check. Okay, not that one. Okay, I don't think I got anything. Oh, someone did something in the comments. So thank you for that. Yeah. All right, just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody from earlier today. Yeah. In response to accolades that were given to Princess and now toward good King Harry. Absolutely, Kim Peaches. Oh, well, there you go. And I'm still holding the phone in my hand. MR, thank you so much for the coffee Cash App. Thank you very much. Thank you. Greatly appreciate that. And let's see, Nellie McClung, thank you so much for the super sticker and for being a member. I didn't know you were a member. That is very cool. Thank you. Aw, look at that. Look at that. I will confess, I do I wish Harry would smile more often, but Harry's got a lot of things on his mind all the time, and that's very understandable. Um, because he cares so much, and it's not always so easy for him. But I just hate that they exploit those moments when he's not so jovial or when he's deep in thought. But either way, I'll take what I can get. Oh yeah, Nithalando, I didn't even think about the fact that his childbearing hip's dad has not expressed a single word, nothing from that institution, nothing at all. Lest they should get caught out for being lazy deadbeats over there. And if you notice, the past couple days, Charles and William and that wretched Tim. Well, I don't think it's fair to call Camilla a temptress because it's hard to say that anybody would be tempted. So that sorceress, there you go, that sorceress, not a temptress, a sorceress, because it would take some type of mojo or magic or something like that, some unknown potion. It would take something like that for someone like her to achieve these things. Or maybe it's something else that is not polite to talk about outside of a bedroom or a or kennel. But whatever the case may be, um, maybe some conversations are best left in the barnyard. But whatever it is that has lured that weirdo Charles into those gnarly cigarette nicotine stained claws of hers. Um, ugh, I don't even like to think about it. I don't even like to think about it. It's hard to keep your food down. So, uh, let's see here. YM Droid says, Baron, you never know. Maybe Camilla was the only horse that could support Charles sassy. uh, I tell you, I would pay good money to see the future. I mean, well, not the future, but to see the current king wearing a hula skirt. I would pay good money for that. Um, to see him at a luau doing a hula contest, I would pay good money for that. But thank you very much for 17 months membership. Oh, okay. Okay, things have just gotten weird. So let's get back to where we were. Okay, I think I've done that photo on the right twice, but on the left, let me see, who is she talking to there? Don't know. Can't be sure. Can't be sure. But obviously, this was a photo taken from someone, maybe in the balcony. Maybe. Could have even been when they first arrived. Can't know for sure. But still, nice little behind the scene. And of course, the face card. The face card. Everyone is talking about Meghan's very youthful appearance, including, I believe that there was, did I hear that her makeup artist friend wasn't sure what she's wearing, but he agrees that she seems to have somehow manipulated time and hasn't aged a bit. Okay, Mercedes, I hear you. Oh. And of course, I think this one is just a little screenshot from the television screen. Now, in other news, Whoopi is devastated because her book is still a flop. That's it. I had nothing else to say. I did not want to let this get away because with everything else going on, I don't want you all to forget how poorly her book is performing right now. She who always has to side with the institution, she who seems to have it in for Harry and Meghan, she who thought her book was going to do as well as Britney Spears. Now, they said that includes Spare, but I just find it hard to believe that she thought that her book was going to do as well as Spare. Britney Spears, maybe, but Spare, certainly not. The best selling nonfiction in history? Nah, I don't think so. The record setting Spare by Prince Harry? Nope, not at all. Not at all. Not even close. Not close to Britney Spears. Not close to. I think there are repair manuals that are doing better than Whoopi's book right now. So, yeah, that's it. I could imagine too that every time she takes a look at the New York Times, hoping that her book is rising up amongst the other publishers. What is it? The um, what do they call it? The best anyway. New York Times bestseller. Yeah, the bestsellers list. And she's watching everybody else climb their way to the top of the bestsellers list. Her book is doing poorly, which means that the ancestors are doing their work. Thank you, Mamie Ricks. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So I better get moving here. There we go.
Bitter. And somebody needs to say it. Bitter. Bitter, bitter, bitter.
Bitter. Bitter, bitter, bitter. Oh, and thank you, LDSW. Bitter, bitter, bitter. Yes, I think that the instructions to that coffee pot that I just purchased is probably doing better than her book. So, probably. Actually, you know what? I didn't just purchase it, I just opened it. I misspoke. I just opened it. You know, as a coffee drinker, a hardcore coffee drinker, always keep a spare coffee maker. I've always had one on the side. And I think a couple of times I have gifted those coffee makers because in a pinch I needed a gift. But if you're a coffee drinker, hear what I'm saying right now. Hear the sound of my voice. They don't cost that much. Just keep you another coffee maker, put it up in the cabinet, and leave it there because eventually the other one is going to go out and you're going to need it. So, better to have it and not need it than to wake up on a Sunday afternoon and realize that if you don't hurry up and get to the store, you're not going to have coffee today unless you go to the Starbucks or something. So, better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So I usually keep 2 coffee makers at a time. Backup coffee maker. All right, so here are some. Oh, I can't see that. Hold on a second. Let me do something here. Make that bigger. Move it over to another screen so I can make it bigger so I can see it. Is that the right one? Nope, that's not right. Is it? No. Yes, it is. What am I saying? Okay. So, as per usual, I felt I should cover up some of those names for the accounts. However, you can still see their comments. Just saw Prince Harry of Invictus Games get award on ESPY show. I was not a fan, but now I am. I also became a fan of his spouse after I saw her on Suits. Oh, you know what? I did these yesterday, didn't I? Did I have any new for today? Or did I think that these were new? Oh, well, I'm not going to do those again. I did those yesterday, but I'll leave them up there while I look at some of the comments over here. So, in case you want to see them. Okay. Let me see if I saved some someplace else. Maybe that's what it was. I thought I had some more. Oh, I did. I did. I just didn't put them on there. Okay, but I will remedy that. No, I'll just read them to you. Okay. So, these are the ones that I thought I was putting over here and I didn't. Hand up. I didn't know. I guess it's supposed to be hands up. Little typo. Hands up. I didn't know all that Prince Harry had done or has done for veterans of the armed forces. Well-deserved recipient of the Pat Tillman Award. Okay. And these are what I imagine are non-squatties, right? And then there's another one. This was so powerful. What an incredible presentation and award. And then someone else says, anyone ridiculing ESPN giving Prince Harry an award for what he's done with the Invictus Games can have a whole stadium of seats. In other words, take 1 million seats right now, okay? Take 1 million seats. They should also be flipping. I'm substituting the word. They should also be flipping embarrassed and ashamed of themselves, too. Congratulations to Prince Harry and Invictus for this honor. Oh, there was some more there, and I didn't expand it before I did the screenshot. Okay, and here's another one that says, no, never doubt this man. He has given us veterans a chance in life, a voice, and has definitely saved many lives. I was tearful listening to his speech as it comes from the heart. And now that I'm part of Invictus Games Team UK, I'll be forever grateful. And this is someone who, let me see. Well, I don't want to say the name, but their profile picture, they appear to be in a uniform. And they say Poppy Legion and also We Are Invictus. So, okay, I guess he's in the Poppy Legion, those little red flowers. Okay, so that's another one. Man, I meant to put these up there and totally forgot. I put the ones from yesterday instead. This other lady says, love, love, love Prince Harry. So glad he and Meghan got away from the chaos of his family. I'm going to give that person a bell. And then this other person, I almost said her name, and she is an OD, comma, OSE. What is that, like a optometrist or ophthalmologist? I don't know what that is, but that is what her credentials say, that she's an OD, comma, OSE. So, Anyway, she said, a well deserved award for giving new hope to so many wounded warriors. Harry, with the help of his loving wife, Meghan, and then three hearts. And they're responding to a post on ESPN. Also, oh, now see, I am so mad at myself for not putting these up there because I really, really wanted you all to see these. I do apologize, but um, it says here from someone who uses We Vote, et cetera, for their profile. It says, it's awesome when hate loses and love wins. Congratulations, Prince Harry, ESPY Pat Tillman Award recipient. It's repulsive what British haters tried to do. The Invictus Games are a blessing. Now, these are non squatties, you guys. I looked at their profiles, and nobody that follows me follows these people. These are people that added to the threads, and it is awesome. And this other one says, quickly Google, can Harry become president? There was a lot of that today. You don't know how many times people were tweeting Harry for president. Can Harry be president? That looked very presidential. Wow, Prince Harry wins the ESPY tonight. What a tremendous speech after winning the Pat Tillman Award. Huh, okay. And then here, yo, UK, you elected the wrong brother king. If you want to see these and you happen to be on Twitter, if you go to their ESPN Twitter thing, you'll see these there. Prince Harry. Okay, let me see here. All right, I think that was it. Those were the ones that I had picked out to share with you, and then I forgot to put them up there. Ah, well. Okay, was that it? Oh, yes, yes, yes. I don't think I shared this one yesterday, but this person says, Pat McAfee show, I was with you at first when you talked about Prince Harry winning the Pat Tillman Award, but after watching that intro and his speech, I think he definitely earned it and deserved it. I never knew the impact of the Invictus Games, but he has helped a lot of people. Yes, they tweeted this at the Pat McAfee show. That's where the two guys were sitting there, and he was, why didn't they give it to an American and all that nonsense? Yeah, well, this person was having none of it. Do you hear me? None of it. Angelina Stanley says, this has backfired epically on the derangers. People who weren't paying attention are now and brought attention to Invictus Games, Harry's account accomplishments. Yep. Thank you very much, Angelina Stanley, for the super chat. And thank you so much for being here. And I don't want to say I told y'all so, but I did say the other day, this is not all bad. It is not all bad. Don't you remember I said that? It's not all bad because what they're doing is they're making people look at this event, right? There's going to be a lot of people tuning in to watch and see how Harry is treated, how he reacts. Are there any hecklers and all that kind of stuff? Well, turns out there was none of that. He was treated with the utmost respect. He received a standing ovation. He gave the speech of a lifetime. Everything that needed to happen happened, and it was awesome. It was beautiful. It was very emotional. I know some people have watched the speech over and over again. I think I've maybe watched it, I want to say I've gotten at least 10 times out of it. So Now you see why I couldn't sleep last night. Now you see why I could not sleep. I couldn't. I just could not sleep. I was up and my mind was racing and I wanted to see reactions and everything else. Thank you, Rory. Yes, tweeting Harry for president. Lady Rose, you're not taking any prisoners tonight. I love it. You are not taking any prisoners tonight. Okay, let me see. Oh yeah, and there was a few of these where people were saying they had tweeted the link to the speech, and they were saying things like "worth seeing," "take 5 minutes of your time," "this is one of the best speeches." There was a lot of that on social media today. And right here, okay. So liked by blah 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 blah. Love the photo of the fam. I do. They look absolutely beautiful. Love it. And oh, let's see here. Oh, I'm sorry, Naomi. You were so right. Hit uh, impact of the Pat Tillman Award and Harry gaining millions of new followers. The speech of his life. Absolutely. Thank you, Rory, for the super chat. Yeah, I like to be as optimistic as possible, and I just had this feeling like, the more that they're pushing, because they don't get, they just don't get that relationship between Harry and the military. As a matter of fact, I have a soundbite that I'm going to play for you later, um, and it has to do with that very same topic, and that is not understanding the difference. But you see, there are people in the military that will hate the idea of war. They may feel let down by the fact that they were asked to do some deplorable things or go places where we shouldn't be, but they leave that to the politicians. They leave that to the politicians. They don't get involved with that, right? They do their duty. They do what they were trained to do, and they leave it alone. They talk about it amongst each other. As civilians, they still hold a great deal of respect for the people that maybe some of us other civilians don't respect. But one thing that they all have in common, and nowadays increasingly, even with the former enemies, you see so many times where people that were on different sides of the battlefield, years down the line, they're able to shake hands with each other. They could look each other in the eye. Sometimes they visit each other in their home countries, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing that they're able to find some peace, so they don't get involved with that stuff, and they leave it to other people. That relationship between one soldier and another is something, it's a bond that a lot of people just don't get, and they think if they just keep saying all these awful things that they're going to break that bond. You are not. You are not. There's a brotherhood, a sisterhood, there's a family amongst the soldiers, and there's nothing that you can say or do that is going to undo that. But yet they keep trying, and as Angelina says, this has backfired epically. And that's what's happened. It has backfired yet again, but they don't stop trying it. They just keep coming back again and again. And it only makes our fave stronger. It only makes them stronger. Let me see. Rory said, "Ugh, my super hat should say Baron." Autocorrect. Okay, sorry about that. And thank you for the correction. Super chat, not hat. Super chat. Look at there. Now I'm doing it. Now I'm doing it, and I'm sure it's because I didn't get enough rest. I was too wound up to sleep. Really? Wow, that's excellent. Thank you so much for sharing that. 2.34 million viewers watched the ESPYs last night. Wow. Wow, that is good news. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, they would, wouldn't they? They would. They're the most desperate people. They are the most desperate. Now, Miss Sassy there. You know that is like my favorite photo of the night. That is my favorite photo of the night. How sweet. How sweet. Ah, how sweet is that? I just love it. And I'm just like, where in the world did she learn something like that? Oh, never mind. But surely she saw somebody else, right? Uh uh It was mom. Guilty. Guilty. But very sweet. Very, very sweet. Very ladylike. uh I would love to just to watch all of them interact together. It's got to be hilarious. And of course, there is the standing ovation, and you could see that split second where Venus is looking around, and it was just after that that I saw her elbow bend, her hand planted on the armrest, and then she and several other people stood up at the same time. So that is what they just about missed with the camera yesterday. And here, another angle of the standing ovation. And well deserved, I might add. Very, very well deserved. Okay, so, oh, let me see here. Make that bigger so I can see it. Okay, so Prince Harry may never be king of England, but last night at the ESPYs, he certainly spoke like a king should speak. And then, as you can see, this person who barely ever gets any attention when he posts stuff, take a look there on the right. I'm certainly not a social media influencer, but apparently my appreciation of Prince Harry's eloquent remarks at the ESPYs last night received a lot more attention than I'd ever expect. And that makes me feel like sometimes perhaps my opinions actually do matter. Well, go on, Bruce. Come on, Bruce. You're doing that. You are doing that. So there you go. It does matter, especially when it's about Harry and Meghan, but we already know that. Especially when it has to do with the Sussexes. Of course it matters. So I'm just saying a lot of that has to do with the Sussexes, but I'm sure that what he says matters a lot, but that is that the magic of Harry and Meghan. Yeah, it's going to bring a lot of much needed attention to the Pat Tillman Award. I mean, because there is a foundation behind that award. And as we know, those foundations do a lot more than just give out awards. So it's it's a win-win for everyone involved. More people know about the work that Harry has been doing for the past 10 years or more. Also, the Pat Tillman Foundation, whatever the other stuff that they do, whether it's, helping families of veterans or whatever the other services are. I'm embarrassed to say I don't actually know what the foundation does away from this award, but I'm sure there's plenty. It is going to mean a world of attention to them. And these foundations, a lot of them get by from charitable donations and such. And I'm sure this is going to be very helpful. So yes, there's lots of reasons why Harry was honored, but we do know that for years they have been tweeting about Harry and the Invictus Games. It's not like they just said, "Oh, I think we could do much better if we give him." Yeah, that's not it. It wasn't just to help their bottom line. It was because the principles that Harry stands for, the help that Harry has provided to who knows how many people, but a lot. I'm sure the number is in the thousands. That has been recognized formally by the Pat Tillman Award. But uh, the Pat Tillman Award Foundation or Pat Tillman Foundation has been keeping up with Harry since the beginning. They have been keeping up with him. So it's not like he's a new commodity or something like that. This is someone that they've known, that they've been tweeting about on social media for years. I've shared those tweets with you. So there you go. It's not just a convenience, it's not just for the advantage. It is a community of veterans and these agencies, these foundations that uplift one another, that support each other, that expect support from people within the veteran community and outside of the veterans community. I think it's a beautiful thing. It's letting these people who sacrifice part of their youth and in some cases sacrifice bits and pieces of their body, it is letting them know that they are not forgotten. And what else could be more noble than that? You are not forgotten. So, and I told you guys, even just by chance, I was watching that documentary about the Falkland Island War, and so many of the veterans from Argentina, a lot of them, I think they said it was like maybe I don't. Oh, I don't even want to embarrass myself by getting the number wrong, but a lot of them have unalived themselves because that is just one of the things that happens with war. But the number is so great because there was absolutely no support for them for a very, very long time. The first reaction of the military junta that was in power was to hide them from the public, to return them to their barracks in the dead of night. There were people who didn't even know that they had even gone over to a field of battle. That should never happen. Really? Wow, you guys are getting all the information. That is very, very good to know. Thank you so much. Wow. How incredible is that? Thank you for sharing that. Oh, was I finished with that? Yes, I was. Okay, so I'm just going to throw a few of these out there for you. Uh, Good Morning America. Prince Harry accepts Pat Tillman Award for service at 2024 ESPYs. Um, you know what? I think I'm missing something here. But anyway, I just wanted to show you this is what people woke up to this morning. Duke of Sussex speech in full after receiving U.S. accolade. And this is the Ireland Live. There, I mean, you just go through social media and you're going to see all of well, of course, the algorithm is showing me these things too, but I'm just like some of the most obscure and papers and news channels and stuff I never heard of. Everybody was talking about it today. How about this? Forces News, which I'm pretty sure I've shared this many times. We will leave no one behind. Prince Harry lauds Invictus family as he accepts ESPY award. So this was all day online today, all day. And is this from New Zealand? Where's this one from? I don't know where this one is from. AZ Central. Prince Harry proves he was the right person to earn ESPN's Pat Tillman Award. Opinion: the controversy over the ESPN award overshadowed the fact that Harry, like Tillman, showed there are more important things than money and privilege. Oh, Arizona. I see it now. Arizona Republic. More important things than money and privilege. You see that? Arizona Republic is talking about it. What an incredible feat it was by the hateful, deranged, cruel, mean-spirited tabloid media and the derangers. I don't know how to thank them for introducing Harry to a whole new crowd. Silly wabbit, tricks are for kids, right? Silly wabbit, tricks are for kids. See what they've done? See what they've done. The more they pushed, they pushed and pushed and pushed and made Harry even bigger than he was before. Day and night, night and day. It made people wonder what the fuss was about. I'm going to say this one more time. If you're listening, tabloid media, if you're listening, derangers, do not try to come for Harry's military record. You won't win. You're only making him stronger. You're only winning more people over for his sake. Nobody's listening to your paranoid, nonsensical rants. That connection between soldiers is unbreakable. That bond is solid, and there's no undoing that. Those who have been in service, they understand each other. They understand there's a language that they know that we're not privileged to. Is it Saturday? Wow, let me look at the time. You're right. Happy Saturday to you too, Alan. Uh-huh. Absolutely. Absolutely. And they pulled out that Lord, what's his name? That Admiral, whoever, commander of the high seas from the UK. They pulled that old pompous, I almost used the B word on him. They pulled him out and dusted him off and set him up for failure by insisting that and I tell you, one of those panels today had quoted him and saying that he has a lot of pull and his words have a lot behind them. And if he feels that way, blah, 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 blah. No, what he says does not matter. He's just like the rest of, he's Lord, Commander, whatever. He's an aristocrat. Those people in uniform don't care what he has to say. It might as well be King Charles talking to him. What difference does it make? These are people that he has never even spoken directly to. They don't care what he thinks. That was so stupid. It was Becky the Blob that tried to make that case that Lord so and so said such and such, and that's the way everybody in the military feels about Harry. Really, Harry should think twice before he really should think twice. Why should he? He's earned it. I'm just sorry that, he has to go through all of this every time he gets an award where there's all of this negative commentary over and over and over again. Oh, here he is right here. This windbag, Lord High Commander something. Harry ought to really think twice before he accepts that award. He really ought, he ought to think twice before he accepts that award. And here he is out there cosplaying some English aristocratic gentleman, but I suppose that's what he is. But I'm sure that he's never known a day's trouble in his life. Harry ought to think twice. Really? I'm telling you, I thought he was trying to channel the what's his name? Patrick, whatever his name was, from that show, the Avenger show. Remember that spy show from the UK? I think that's what Patrick McNeed, right? He's trying to channel Patrick McNeed. And not doing a very good job of it, by the way. He looks like the ghost of Patrick McNeed. He looks like a Patrick McNeed waxwork. If I got that name right. I'm testing my memory right now. Was that right? Ah, McNee. There's no D at the end. Patrick McNee. Ha. Wow. Come on, memory. Look at what you can do. There we go. Wow, that show was on back in the 1960s, The Avengers. And he died in 2015. Yeah, he died in 2015. And yet his waxwork is still alive and talking crap about Harry. Make that make sense. Okay. Anyway, let us move on here. He really ought to think twice. The nerves. I tell you, some people got more nerves. Okay, since I've bothered, why don't I just show you who this guy is that I'm talking about, the actor. There you go. You see what I mean? See what I'm talking about? He's like a poor man's Patrick McNee. He's not even Patrick McNee. He's Patrick McAnkle. Yeah, he's not good enough to be a knee. He's Patrick McAnkle. How about no? Patrick McFootheel. He's not worthy of being a knee or an ankle. He's Patrick McFootheel. Why do I bother? Let me get out of this here. I just had to show you. I mean, he's not even like a real person. He's like some kind of characterization of a person. Who walks around looking like that? The Admiral Dewey sports jacket, the over the top hat. I mean, come on. Let me see. Is it TNO? It's what is Situ? Is that right? What happens to the brain and souls of British subjects when the monarchy brands them with those medals and titles? Is it like being branded with 666 by the Antichrist? You know what? Listen, you all, please don't get upset, but I have to tell you what I saw. Oh, he's Patrick McButt. Woo! Not Patrick McButt. Connie Bomber, I don't know what that's about, but I think we are. Listen, I'm having a bad influence on you all. I have got to stop doing this. I am being a very bad influence, I think. I knew things were really getting bad when Lady Sussex was asking about the pulled pork sandwich. That's when I knew things were getting out of hand. There's someone as sweet and as endearing as the Lady Sussex had quoted me by saying pulled pork sandwich. I'm like, you know what? We really must change the direction of Royal Sussex. Okay, let's move on. I still got a few things to cover here. Meghan Markle's out there. There's Hello Magazine steals the show in gorgeous halter neck gown for her first public appearance in 2 months. Has it really been 2 months? Wow, I guess it has been. Patrick Butthurt. Okay, let's see here. I think I've shared these already. Oh, Duke of Sussex pictured with Jake Woods and Indra Petersons. Yeah, Jake Wood and Indra Petersons. So that is the guy who spoke last night when he introduced. Well, I think he had introduced Serena, and then also he himself is a recipient of the Pat Tillman Award. Baron, what God has joined together, let no man put us under. Regarding Harry and Meghan, haters do not know about that biblical wisdom. Hear, hear. Let no man put us under. Thank you very much, Joan Garcia. And that's true. Whatever the derangers are thinking, whatever their intentions are, God's will is much stronger, always. So all of the pettiness and bitterness that they have, they're really only making bad luck for themselves. They are igniting the spirit of the ancestors, and they're not in God's favor. They're not in God's favor when they do stuff like that. It's so malicious. It's a distraction away from the good works that Harry and Meghan have been doing and the good works that they're capable of. I mean, I see sometimes where they just make some of the most harebrained accusations. They're taking the money from the foundation and it's their money, stupid. It's their money. They win a lawsuit, they throw some money in the foundation. Okay? It's their money. How are they stealing their own money? How does that work? I think they're confusing it with the idea that the Sussex Squad has been raising money in their names, in their children's names. They don't have anything to do with that. That money goes directly to the charity, not them, but to other charities like World Central Kitchen. If anything, the fact that they have sponsored or contributed to these other agencies is the reason why we have been doing it. How many times have I shared a receipt? I said, "Oh, I found out about the what is that trivia, Tribeca Trivia Kitchen, whatever that is that they had in Germany. I was up all night trying to figure out how to make a contribution. How can I put it in the Sussex's name?" Now, if that is what these Sussexes that has done that is so nefarious and dodgy, everybody should do that. Then these agencies wouldn't have to keep sticking their hands out, hoping that someone can contribute to the pot. We have the Sussex Squad. We, the Sussex Squad, have contributed what? What is the number for the past few years? And that number does not even count the individual contributions that we have made because of Harry and Meghan. There's no way to have an accurate number because several of us, even if it was $5, have made those contributions. They don't have an equivalent to that with the Derangers. They just don't. All they have is nastiness and filthy minds. Thank you, John Garcia. And this is the year that he won his award. Okay, you know I forgot his name just that fast. Jake Woods. That's it. Wood, not Woods. Wood. Woods or Wood. Anyway, that is the year he won his trophy. That is a beautiful trophy, though. I do like that. And his, right? Oh gosh, I'm gonna embarrass myself. Now I know one of them is Elizabeth Marks, and that other nice lady that was on the stage. Anyway, I wanted to show them accepting their awards. Oh, and this was a beautiful speech. That was a beautiful speech. It was about 4 or 5 minutes long. Tell you what, I'm going to put that on the community tab. I will put that on there maybe tonight. But I got to find it for you so you can listen to it. And it was so touching that his son was up there with him. And his son reached over and just kind of squeezed his shoulder to reassure him. That, oh my goodness. It was just amazing. I wish I could share the video with you. I wish I could. But that was just so touching and so endearing. And yes, the young man did an amazing job supporting him. An amazing job. I mean, he should get an award or some recognition for how amazing, how strong he was. All of those people, he's not, at least I don't think he's some child actor or something. Maybe all of this is new to him. If it is, you wouldn't know it because he was so amazing throughout the whole thing. It's just, if you haven't seen it, please make sure you do. Lisette says, the haters are important, though. They make one famous, too. They are just too stupid to realize it. Yeah, they have actually, I'm going to say this time, they've actually have done a service to the Pat Tillman Foundation, brought a new audience to the ESPY Awards because I don't think I've ever watched a single one. I didn't know that it was like so awesome like that. But apparently they've had some amazing shows and I had no idea. Makes you want to go back and watch the old ones. So if that's what they've done to undermine the Sussexes yet again, then they, like I say, they're wasting their time. They are really wasting their time. Just imagine they can go and feed one of their 20 cats. They could go to the supermarket and pull out that book of coupons. Um, there's so many things they could do. They could put that blue wrench in their hair. They could change the tennis balls on their walk-in frame. There's so many things that they could be doing. Think about it. Crabby old biddies. Just think of the other stuff that you could be doing. By the way, thank you, Lisette. Think of the other stuff that you could be doing. Do you know if you hang outside of a dog park, you can get a gently used tennis ball. People leave them behind all the time. They smell like dog breath, but it'll be enough to keep your cats on their toes, right? When you're eating your sardines and Ritz crackers, think about what you're doing. So, or if you're Richard Eden and you're uh, I guess hair spraying that bouffant wig overnight so you can set it. Think about what you're doing. Oh, I gotta stop. Okay, let me keep moving. And that, of course, is Staley. Um, y'all know who she is. She's the other recipient from last night. Boy, I'm bad at names right now. I did everything, and I had the intentions of putting the names up there too, and did not do it. Oh well. But y'all know who she is. She won her award too. Don Staley. That's exactly who that is. Don Staley. Is that what I just called her? I think that's what I had said. Hi, Stephanie Baker. Thank you so much for being here. Yes. It just dawned on me that that was Don Staley. It just dawned on me. Yes, an absolutely incredible story. Absolutely. She has done more for women in sports than a lot of people have in a whole lifetime. So, and of course, group shot, nice group shot of Harry, Elizabeth, and the other two people that presented yesterday. I keep looking. Y'all ain't put the names up there yet. If you just want to leave me hanging, thank you. I keep looking. I'm just like, okay, somebody gonna put it up there. Mm, uh-huh. Okay, well, maybe next year. Gotta move on. Now, that sound bite that I wanted to play for you, let me get to that. Now, trigger warning. And by the way, I did not watch the show. I didn't give them engagement. Actually, I helped out one of the squatties that has a Twitter account. She takes some of the more interesting parts of these and share them for the benefit of people like myself. And so that keeps me off of there. But usually, she has a good eye for what's important. And so let me set it up for you. That's right, Christine, Elizabeth, and Israel. Yes, that's it. Thank you so much, Reba Henderson. Let me see. I think the man's name is Israel. Glad to see the lady in white smiling. Yeah. Yeah, and some of the people in the Invictus Games, some of the veterans, they are inspirational speakers. They do the whole speaking circuit, and a lot of the wounded soldiers, wounded warriors, a lot of them have done some public speaking, helping to motivate people. And just consider that some of them had never done that before in their lives, right? And suddenly they find themselves flown out to some other location, speaking to people about their life experience. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. But I tell you, I get a lot out of people like that because it's a good reminder. It's a great reminder of what's possible, what the human spirit can manifest. All right, so let me get this going. As I was saying, I'm going to set it up for you. The lady that's on the right side there, she worked for the palace in the past. And of course, there's Becky the Blob in blue on the left. And that's the moderator on the right. I don't even know what her name is, but Becky the Blob. And that's, I believe, Richard K. That's Richard K. That's the one that was nearly in tears that time, saying that the Sussexes should please let us know when they're about to do something, that they could give us a little heads up and all that kind of stuff. He was virtually in tears. Oh no, are those pajamas? Is she wearing pajamas? You guys got to. It's well. Let me see. Um, I don't know. On the right person, it might be kind of cute, but I'm gonna save it and I'll share it with you hopefully later. But let me grab these. um. Okay, and I'm gonna group that with it. Boy, I tell you, this social media. You all think that I have a lot to say. You should hear some of the stuff that's come across the other social media. Okay, so I think I set it up for you. Let me go ahead and play the sound for you.
Are fighting for your sovereign and your country, and they take that oath very seriously.
Now, this is like just a portion of what Becky the Blob had said about, you remember last week when she said, "Oh, well, the royal family, they do accept decorations and medals, and they are given those because," you remember that convoluted example that Becky the Blob gave? She's still doing the same thing this week, right? And then they asked the lady in white in the middle what she thinks about Harry and the veterans and such. So let me play it. Let me play it. Kind of surprising.
These are people willing to lay down their lives. They take that oath very seriously and that bond with the British monarchy.
Ailsa, you obviously worked with Harry pre-marriage, pre-Megxit, pre-Spare, the book. Do you find it difficult to square your memories of him with the image now?
Yes, I think I do. But again, I've been out of the household for a number of years now. I don't know. The only people who know what's really going on is him and his wife. I admire much of what he's doing now with the Invictus Games. I went to a sports reception where members of the Invictus Games organising committee were there, and they're full of praise for him. And I know the veterans are as well. So, as I said, the only people who really know what's going on are the couple themselves.
Do you have a particular favourite personal memory of that time with Harry?
I remember after the Diamond Jubilee concert, there was a reception at Buckingham Palace in the evening where all the people who'd taken part were there. And I've got a fantastic photograph of Prince Harry and myself. In fact, standing outside the ladies' loo, which is not so glamorous, but with our
Keeping it real.
yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
chatting. I think you've seen that photograph.
I have,
of them.
yeah.
Oh, I'd love to see that photo. Yeah.
So yeah, charming, and everyone wanting to talk to him, and him being incredibly engaging.
Oh,
I mean, I do think there is a dividing line between that time when you were working there and
So, as you can see, not exactly the response that they wanted from the lady in white. But then Becky the Blob. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and play what she said after that.
and how they left, unfortunately.
yeah.
That time when you were working there and how they left, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, Elsa is very discreet. I mean, we was talking beforehand and saying that.
So she goes, unfortunately, there's such a disconnect between what happened there and the way they actually left things. So she just cannot allow a kind word to be said without trying to leapfrog in front of it and try to stop people from hearing it. You know what I'm saying? It's already been said.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
I'm not talking to you, Siri. God, this thing is so crazy. Siri's like, I didn't get that. Can you repeat that? The lady said that the only people that really know is Harry and Meghan. Nobody knows what's going on in their household. No one knows what's going on with their business but Harry and Meghan. And so you have three people saying things, well, at least two, no, three. I'm going to say the moderator does the same thing. You got three of them this week. And of course, there's one person missing, and that's Richard Eden. They all know what Harry and Meghan are thinking and feeling. Oh, Harry probably feels really bad. He hasn't come to terms. He's probably very lonely. He can't be happy. And the way that they left, and you don't know. You don't know. And that's what the lady just says. Only Harry and Meghan knows. How could they have all this information outside of the household about what's going on with them, what they're thinking, who they talk to? Look at how many times we find out that the Sussexes have popped up at situations. Let's say a week later, we finally see a photo. We finally see a photo. We didn't know they were there. They didn't tell anybody. And sometimes there are some pictures of Harry and Meghan on social media that nobody has even seen yet. You know that? People have posted hundreds of photos of them from various occasions. Some we know about and some we don't. And they're just lingering there and nobody has seen them. Every so often, somebody will spontaneously find something with Harry and Meghan from some function or just by chance, not by design. And when that happens, they can't wait to print it in the paper. You don't know. Absolutely. There are no leaks in Montecito. And they just cannot get used to it. They cannot accept it. They don't want to accept it. They want to give this false narrative over and over again. I got to hear that one more time. I got to hear it again.
Where your memories of him with the image now?
Yes. But again, I've been out of the household for a number of years now. I don't know. The only people who know what's really going on is him and his wife. I admire much of what he's doing now with the Invictus Games. I went to a sports reception where members of the Invictus Games organising committee were there, and they're full of praise for him. And I know the veterans are as well. So, as I said, the only people who really know what's going on are the couple themselves.
Do you have a particular favourite personal memory of that time with Harry?
You are fighting for your.
Okay. Not exactly what they wanted to hear. And yet she said it with her full chest that nobody knows what's going on except for Harry and Meghan. She's satisfied with that. She's not trying to guess. She's not creating something. She just said, they know, we don't. And that's it. That's all that matters, is they know and we don't. And Becky the Blob was not having it. She tried to fill in something else. So in case you don't know, that's Becky the Blob, also known as Rebecca English. One of the squaddies has, the first time I noticed that, I didn't realize she had been calling her that for quite some time. But the first time I realized that she says that like it's her name. If you go on Twitter and you tweet Becky the Blob, she's going to pop up. Oh, I love it. Anyway, let's move on. Well, look who's back. Look who's back. Looking like a smooth criminal. You've been struck by a smooth criminal. Boom, 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 boom. Or a horse. You've been hit by or struck by a horse. Well, whatever the case is, she's back. Now, they say she has a little bit of a black eye, which is interesting because it wasn't so long ago that her husband was sporting a black eye. Exactly what is going on over at their house? I don't know. And of course, ever since she got the head injury, it seems to me like she has been trying to imitate Johnny Walker. It seems to me like she has been trying to imitate Johnny Walker. I mean, I saw her leaving out of some place, and I'm just like, mother of Johnny Walker, what is she doing? She is literally giving me Johnny Walker. Wait, I'll show you. I'll prove it to you. She is the embodiment of Johnny Walker. Look. You see what I'm saying? Ever since she took that blow to the head, she thinks that she's Johnny Walker. And I don't know, maybe she had some Johnny Walker and that's where the injury came from. I don't know. But now she thinks she's Johnny Walker. Look at there. And listen, as an African American, you cannot come for those creases, okay? You cannot come for those creases. I don't know if you know this, but in the Black community in these United States, we are all about the crease. You could cut your finger on that crease. Look at that. Now that's a crease. That is a crease. That's why I say, I swear she reminds me of somebody in my own family. Oh, you love the hat? Joe Elvin. Oh, boy. Well, she has reinvented herself yet again. I mean, take a look at her. If that ain't Johnny Walker, I don't know what is. Now she's the ghost of Johnny Walker. I bet she has everybody in her family calling her Johnny Walker. Who? No, don't be silly. I'm Johnny Walker. And of course, before that, she was Napoleon. You know, she has many characters. I think she suffers from personality disorders. You know, she probably, what was that movie where the girl had multiple personalities? I think that's Anne. Anne has multiple personalities. You never know who she's going to be from one day to the next. Some days she's Napoleon, other days she's Johnny Walker. You just don't know. Of course, that Johnny Walker, that looks a lot like some of her relatives from Germany. That reminds me of some of her relatives from Germany, but I'm not going to go there. Let me see. And of course, in better times, there's Afro Annie with her Newports and her hair pick, you know, looking down with it. On her way to the barbecue. You know what I'm saying? She on her way to the barbecue. She had the kids put her potato salad in the trunk, right? She got her potato salad with the boiled eggs, deviled eggs with some paprika on top. You know what I'm saying? She got all that stuff. So Sybil, that's right, the movie Sybil with all those personalities. There you go. That's it. Thank you so much, sister. That was the movie. And of course, not to make fun of people that suffer from personality disorders, but I think that Afro Annie may be suffering from such a thing because I'm pretty sure that from one day to the next, you never know who you're talking to. You don't know who she's going to be. Afro Annie. Poor Annie. That horse either head butted her or kicked her or whatever happened. And she had all those Newports all over the yard and everything. I bet you every so often somebody on the maintenance team would come in the house or whatever and be like, here, I found the mistress's Newports. Every place you look is loose squares all over the place. She out there minding her business, and all of a sudden got head butted or kicked or whatever, and them Newports flew all over the place. Po Afro Annie. Well, anyway, she's back to work, so that's good news. And then, of course, some people on social media can be so cruel. Like right here, Princess Anne looks like she could be an eccentric lady detective who solves crimes in the village by her country estate. And over here, this is an older one, of course. That one's from June. It says, wishing Princess Anne a speedy recovery. Why is people so cruel? Now, either that person needs some glasses or they don't realize that that is actually the actor Christopher Walken, not Afro Annie. Stevie Wonder can see that that's Christopher Walken. At least I think it is. Now that I'm looking at that cigar, is that Christopher Walken or is that Afro Annie? Now I'm starting to doubt myself. Anyway, so I saw a thread. Well, I saw a hashtag Princess Anne, and when I clicked on it, all kind of stuff came up. Like over here on the left side, Princess Anne living room is the perfect encapsulation of every single 90s living room. If it wasn't for the amazing door, it would just like every living room, I guess look like every living room you spent a fourth birthday party in. All the furniture from Quartz, one flipping sofa cushion, and the lot. I guess Quartz is a furniture store. Is that right? Is that like a British furniture store, Quartz? Anyway, people are still fascinated with that living room. And then over there on the right side, I'm not sure, but is that some? Let me see if I got a bigger picture of that. I don't know who that's supposed to be, but there's some woman sitting in that chair, and I don't know who that is. And I was hoping maybe you all could help me because I didn't get what they were trying to do here. Is that like an English actress? Oh, Glenn Close visiting. It does look like Glenn Close. Phil Spector. Princess Anne looks like Phil Spector. Woo! Poe Annie. Poe Afro Annie. Oh, that's Nan from Catherine Tate comedy. Okay. Okay. And okay, so that's Nan. I knew she looked familiar. It's amazing how she just fits in, right? It seems like she lives there. She seems like she lives there. She almost seems like you if you moved a cushion on the couch, you'd find out that she had been stuck in that couch for about 20 years. I gotta see who this Nan is. I think I've seen her before. I think I've seen her before. So that's Nan, and she's because I want to figure out who she's. Yes, Quartz is a furniture store like Furniture to Go. Okay. Nan from the Catherine Tate comedy. Okay. Let me see what that is. Nan from the Catherine Tate comedy. Oh my goodness. God, she does look like she'd fit in there. Oh, you know what? You know what? That chair on the show looks just like the. Oh my God, that looks just like the chair in Afro Annie's living room. No wonder they put her there. Oh, you know what? It is a different chair. See there? It is a different chair, but hell, I didn't even notice until I just looked. Wow, Nan's house is a mess. No wonder they thought about Nan when they looked at that room. Oh God. Every time I look at that room, I start itching. Do you all start itching? Because it just seems like there's all kind of like dust mites and everything. That's what I feel like. There's got to be dust mites everywhere. Anyway, you guys, I'm just about done. No matter the road ahead, we are here for you. We will leave no one behind. And that's what Prince Harry has said. And this is so beautiful. If you ever wanted to know why people love California, take a look at this. The bond between a mother and son is eternal and transcends even the greatest losses. Prince Harry. So these images, these are from Heart Mom. If you remember, that was the lady that remember the T-shirts with Abigail Spencer, Meghan, and the other lady whose name escapes me, but her what is it? Instagram is called Heart Mom. And unfortunately, she lost a child, I believe, to heart disease last year or maybe year before last. And yeah, she is very active on social media, and she took these photos, and I believe that is her daughter. And how beautiful is that? If you have never seen a California sunset, you are missing something very, very special. Absolutely beautiful. Let me see. What does the other one say there? No filter needed. Chasing, right? No filter needed. Chasing. What is that? Chasing sunset. Chasing sunset for Georgie. Georgie is the young man who died way too young, and I believe it was from the heart disease. So, what a nice tribute to her son, and what a nice way to acknowledge the great night that Harry had. So, all of those are beautiful. As a matter of fact, um, yeah, I think they're very beautiful. Those are from her Instagram. Very nice. Now, see, I would love something like that just hanging in the living room, like 3 massive images like that. Just, that would be really nice. Or maybe in the bedroom or something like that. That would be really nice, having like 3 very large photos like that, as though you're looking into the sunset. Okay, so thank you very much, Mod Squads. Thank you so much for keeping this a safe space. Thank you, Church Nelly, Lydia Washington, Cookies and Cream, Adrian Burrows, Dominica, Anastasia, Isabella Christensen, Black Queen, Lucy Wynn, Elaine Parker's Bladder, and of course, VS Speaks Royally. All right. And of course, whenever you see our queens, it's time to go. And everybody knows what that means. Who's getting sued? Recetas? Boy, George. Oh, I didn't hear anything about that. Good night, Compton Cali Gal. All right, thank you very much. And remember, if you would like to have a membership to Royal Sussex, membership start at the low price of just $4.99. $4.99. That supports the Royal Sussex. Absolutely. I hope Celibacy has a new video tomorrow. They weren't on last week, but I hope that they have a new video tomorrow. That is like my addiction, is the Celibacy. Love them. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Cookies and Cream. Oh, thank you, Sussex Love. Very nice of you to say that. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Ah. Who is Rositas? By the way, I got some catfish today. It was from the wrong place and it made every difference. I don't think that was it was just it wasn't awful, but it wasn't from the same place I usually get it from. It was such a disappointment. Instead of going to my usual restaurant, the app ordered from someplace else, so much further away. It was not good. The wrong kind of French fries. The fish usually comes so hot that it burns through the container. Not this time. Awful. Awful. And you know, somebody needs to say it. Awful. And because of that, I was bitter. And you know, somebody needs to say it. Oh, is that it? No.
Bitter. And you know, somebody needs to say it. Bitter. Bitter, bitter, bitter.
Yeah. And believe me, if they were here, I would admonish them with my stare. Yes, if they were here, I would admonish them with my stare. That's what I would do. That's the bad thing about a phone app. You can't really cuss anybody out on the phone app. Oh. Um, you talking about the singer Boy George? Ah, that's interesting. Ah, okay. Oh, okay. You're talking about Rebel, is that Rebel Wilson? Ooh, this is like a whole little thing here. Gruesome from the Flintstone. Okay, and on that note, I am going to say goodnight. All right, so cue the Ginger Avengers. See you all tomorrow, and a happy Saturday. And as always, love you all. Happy Saturday.